Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is straight out of the NFL rumor mill, and it's got the potential to turn things upside down in the NFC East. The buzz right now is all about a possible blockbuster trade that could shake up the division, a move that could dramatically boost the Giants' offense, and in turn, change the entire narrative of their season. We're talking about CeeDee Lamb, the Dallas Cowboys' star wide receiver, possibly making his way to the Big Apple. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. No way, right? But trust me, the signals are pointing towards a shocking trade that could become a reality very soon. Sources, including Adam Schefter, have gone on record suggesting that this is not just idle chatter. This is a real possibility that's got serious legs. The Cowboys, sitting at a middling 5-5, are reportedly willing to part ways with Lamb in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Why would Dallas do that, especially with Lamb being one of their most dynamic offensive weapons? Well, the Cowboys are facing some tough decisions, especially on their cap space. They've got about $12 million in future cap commitments, and after allowing 252 points this season and dealing with a high number of turnovers, 16, to be exact, they're prioritizing extending their offensive line rather than paying Lamb's hefty $18 million price tag. But for the Giants, this could be a game changer. Lamb's presence on the field would be a massive upgrade for their passing attack, which, let's be honest, has been a bit underwhelming this year. Right now, the Giants are struggling with injuries and inconsistency. Neighbors is out for the season with an ACL tear, Slayton is sidelined with a hamstring issue, and the offense as a whole has lacked the explosiveness needed to keep defenses honest. Lamb, with his elite yards after catch, YAC, ability, could be the missing piece that turns their aerial game into a real threat. His ability to turn short passes into big gains, averaging 4. 2 yards YAC this season, and with a contested catch rate of 48%, would give Daniel Jones a reliable weapon to target, especially in critical situations. Plus, let's not forget that Lamb is no slouch in terms of production. He was an All-Pro in 2025, finishing the year with 85 receptions for over 42 yards and 7 touchdowns. His average of 12, 3 yards per catch and 104. 2 yards per game showcase just how dynamic he is when he hits the field. His PFF grade of 89, 4 ranks among the elite wide receivers in the league, and his EPA per target of 0. 29 indicates that he's consistently creating positive plays for his team. His career stats are impressive, over 512 catches and nearly 0 yards, and he's been a key player for the Cowboys, especially in critical moments. Now, Dallas's perspective is a little more cautious. They're 5-5, with a 38.7% success rate on third downs, and they've been focusing on developing their young defensive line. They're also trying to free up cap space for extensions, particularly on their offensive line, which has allowed 232 points this season and has struggled with consistency. The Cowboys are looking at their options, and it seems like they're willing to sacrifice Lamb for future flexibility, even if it might hurt their offense in the short term. For the Giants, though, this is a golden opportunity. The addition of Lamb would immediately boost their passing attack, projecting over 200 yards in the remaining games, with a 20% increase in EPA per pass, and a 25% improvement inside the red zone. His comparison to current WRs like Slayton is eye-opening. Lamb's PFF grade of 89 versus Slayton's 72 points to a clear upgrade. His yards after catch would also see a bump from 4.2 to around 4.8, turning more of those short passes into big plays. This would not only give Daniel Jones a reliable weapon, but also help alleviate pressure on the offensive line, which has been banged up with Thomas on IR and other issues. In fact, the impact would be felt across the entire offense. The Giants currently average just 18 2 points per game, but with Lamb, that number could jump by nearly 6 points, pushing them into a more competitive range. Their EPA per play would see a significant boost, and their red zone efficiency could rise by 23%. These aren't small numbers, they're game changers. The team's win probability in close games could climb by around 13%, especially with Lamb's ability to win mismatches against elite cornerbacks like Ramsey. Lamb's contested catch rate of 48% and a deep reception rate of 50% make him a perfect fit for the Giants' aggressive, big play style. Another aspect to consider is the defensive side. With Lamb stretching the field and creating more explosive opportunities, the Giants' defense, which allows 4 points per game, could benefit from longer possessions and more time on the field. Their third down conversion rate could jump from 35% to around 40%, giving them more opportunities to control the game clock and keep their opponent's offense off the field. This is crucial, especially with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys still lurking in the division and the Giants trying to climb out of a 2-8 hole. Now, the betting odds are reflecting some of this optimism. The Giants' Super Bowl odds, which were at a staggering plus 50-0, could see a dramatic shift, dropping to around plus 20-0 if this trade goes through. That's a huge leap in potential value, and it makes sense given how Lamb's presence could turn the Giants into a legitimate playoff contender. With Lamb in the fold, their chances in the playoffs, especially as a wild card, become much more realistic. His ability to dominate seams and win against top coverage like Ramsey would be a nightmare for defenses, and it could even neutralize some of the safety help that other teams rely on to bracket their top receivers. Looking ahead, this trade also throws a wrench into the Cowboys' plans. They'd lose a key piece of their offense, and their rebuild on the defensive line might be overshadowed by the loss of such an explosive receiver. For the Giants, though, it's an opportunity to accelerate their rebuild, especially on offense. With Lamb, they could turn into a much more balanced team, capable of winning shootouts and controlling the tempo. It's a move that could redefine their season, pushing them from the middle of the pack to a real dark horse in the NFC playoff race. But let's be real, all of this is still in the rumor stage. Nothing is official yet, and both teams will have to weigh the risks and rewards very carefully. The Giants would be giving up a future first-round pick, which is a significant investment, but the potential payoff, a top-tier receiver who can change games at will, might be worth it. The Cowboys, on the other hand, may be looking to get as much as they can for a player who's been a headache this season, trying to maximize their draft capital for the future. Regardless of how it unfolds, this potential trade is one of those rare moments where the NFL landscape could shift significantly. If Lamb does end up in New York, it's going to be a game changer. The Giants would instantly become more dangerous, more explosive, and better equipped to fight in the playoff race. And for the fans, it's an exciting time, a chance to see your team make a bold move that could lead to another Super Bowl run sooner than expected. So stay tuned, because this story isn't over yet. It's shaping up to be one of the most interesting developments of the season, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it all plays out. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Are you excited about the idea of CeeDee Lamb wearing the Giants blue? Do you think this could be the missing piece that finally gets us back to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. Remember, this is a fan community, and your voice helps shape the conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back very soon with more updates, more news, and more insights about the Giants' quest for that elusive championship. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this Giants family growing stronger. Thanks for riding along with me today, and as always, keep the faith.